What is the single biggest advantage of handmade wooden furniture? Well, while there are several, I'd like to talk about one that has a huge impact, yet is easy to overlook. It is often the difference between a good and a great piece of furniture. And yet, despite its importance, it is an area which large-scale producers sometimes ignore, but more often one where they cheat and make compromises. This is something I call the design within the design. It has to do with not just the selection of materials with which a piece of furniture is built, but also the choices made as to how your starting material is arranged to form the piece you're building. The goal is to show off the look and character of the wood while balancing variations in color and figure that occur naturally within a tree. These natural variations are fantastic, as they can greatly increase the visual appeal of a piece of furniture. Oftentimes, hand makers of furniture will arrange and rearrange boards many times, looking for that just right balance of color and figure. Large-scale producers simply don't have the time for this. Instead of working with natural variations within the wood, they most often choose to eliminate them, typically through a process of bleaching and staining to achieve a more homogeneous appearance across the pieces of furniture. This is unfortunate because it comes at the cost of concealing the natural color of the wood and often obscures the figure and grain as well. Okay, enough talk, let's get to work. Let me take you through the layout process as we explore a single plank of curly maple from which we will be taking the tabletop and drawer fronts for one of our Studio Joe side tables. Okay, this is the first plank of wood that we're going to be taking a look at for the first table. And again, we're looking for material for the top and also for the drawer fronts. 3 drawer fronts about 9 inches wide, the top about 43 inches wide. And as we go across the face of this board, one thing kind of jumps out at me right away. This left section of the board has some very nice, actually in this case, wormholes, which have given us some nice worm marks, which are very good accent pieces for the wood. And in fact, at 43 inches, we would be able to incorporate the prominent marks and also the smaller mark on the top, and it would be framed very nicely at 43 inches. Also, this section of the wood has a nice, very tight curl and a good figure. So I'd say we definitely have our piece for the top conveniently taken out of the left side of the board. But that works well, so that's what we're going to do. Now, we also have to find wood for the drawer fronts. And we will pick from what is this other half of the plank here. And as we go looking around, we will see that the top half on this side also has some worm marks. Not only that, we have enough width here that we could get all 3 drawer fronts consecutively out of this top piece of wood here. And it would also, like I said, include worm marks, which would tie it in beautifully with the top. If we tried to get out of the bottom part, we'd have the curl, but we wouldn't have the worm marks, so that would not tie in as well. So I definitely think that these will be the cuts. This cut right here will be for the tabletop. It'll be about the width you see on the screen. And over here we have the drawer fronts, and those should go together quite nicely. So very, very good. Okay, next, let's just fast forward a little bit and take a look at the end results. Thanks for watching.